When I was young, everyone thought I was the weakest mouse in Zootopia, but no one ever imagined that I would one day become one of the most powerful figures in the entire city. And it all started when I first arrived in this unfamiliar place. Back then, I moved to Zootopia with my grandmother. This city was home to all kinds of animals, but almost everyone here was much bigger and stronger than me. As a tiny mouse, I could only live in the most overlooked corners of the city. Nobody cared about creatures like us, but I saw an opportunity. Even small animals had a huge market of their own, so I started riding a small tricycle through the streets of the city. Every day, I delivered specially made tiny bread to other mice. With my precise understanding of the market, I earned my first bit of money, but I knew the truth. If I kept going like this, I would only become a wealthy little businessman. That was never my goal. My dream was to become someone truly important in this town, and soon, my chance arrived. One day, I noticed a group of polar bears resting on the street. They had traveled a long way to work here, but the hot weather was unbearable for them. Seeing their struggle, I bought an ice pop and gave it to one of the young polar bears. That small act completely changed everything. From that day on, the little polar bear became my personal ride. My bread business also expanded to larger animals, but as my business continued to grow, trouble eventually found me. One day, a rhino gangster and his followers stormed into my territory. Not only did he steal all the money I had worked so hard to save, but he also bullied the little polar bear. I refused to stand by and watch. I stepped forward without hesitation. The rhino tried to crush me under his foot, but he underestimated one thing. My small size was actually my greatest advantage. Then, I slipped inside his clothes. I pulled down his hat, blocking his vision completely. The rhino became furious and desperately tried to catch me. Eventually, he forced me into a dead end, but he had no idea. Everything was already part of my plan. The moment I gave the order, the neighbors immediately took action. The rhino stumbled through one trap after another, completely losing his sense of direction. In the end, he charged straight out of the street and fell directly into the ice-making area below. After that day, my business grew faster than ever. I even bought ice-making equipment to help the polar bear family escape the unbearable heat. Meanwhile, the rhino's former followers began switching sides and joining my group. And at that moment, I finally achieved my dream. I became the true big shot of this town.